All right, going for the 140 again, and really just watching that right hand the whole time. Make sure it's just that 1, 2, 3, 4. If possible, try and exaggerate that last upstroke. Because yeah, you got to really come up and out to make sure you can get up to that G string. So what I am, this thing I'm about to talk about is not always the best thing to do. It really depends on how fast you're going. But basically, when you're playing on that last upstroke, if you can bring your pick out and away like that, then you're gonna be free and clear of the strings. Because like you talked about, you're gonna get stuck in the strings like that. Well, that's because yeah, it's probably like how you're picking down and up. Let me zoom in here. I usually don't like talking about this stuff a whole lot because it can tend to sometimes it can just confuse people and make them think about too many things at once instead of just playing the damn thing. The most important thing is always does it sound good? If the answer is yes, that's all that matters. Because like when I'm playing really really fast, I'm hitting both strings there. See that? But because I'm muting that D string as I leave from the D to the G, you don't hear it when I'm going fast. If I'm going like between the two of them. I'm definitely hitting adjacent strings because it's going too fast in order to miss the other strings. So at slower tempos though, you can avoid it. I mean, you can still mute it as I'm doing there. So I'm hitting both the D and the G string to get to that G string. I'm just muting things so you don't hear it. But so basically the pick slant stuff that you may have heard about. So when I angle the pick like this, or slant the pick this way, so the butt of the pick is coming up, I'm picking down and away, up and into the strings. So when I do a downstroke, I am no longer in between the strings. When I do an upstroke, I am in between the strings. So when you're playing what we have been doing, like the down, up, yep, now you're in between the strings. So two options you really have two options you have are mute and just blast through both strings, or do this. You got to turn your hand over like this, or turn your arm this way, so the pick is now coming out like this. So if you angle or slant the pick to where the butt of the pick is pointing down, it's like doing a palm mute thing. You don't have to palm mute, but like the same kind of idea. When you're palm muting, the pick goes in like this, so the butt of the pick is down towards the ground. So when you pick down, you're going into the strings. When you pick up, you're going out away from the strings. I need to send you a video I did on pick slanting, which might give you some good insight. It goes into more detail than what I'm doing here. So do it like this. That upstroke allows you to be free of the strings and go from the D to the G without hitting anything else. I don't pick fast like with my hand floating around and staying in that angle, or with the pick down like that. So what I end up doing is I stay in this position until it's time to change strings, and I do a little turn of the arm there. that last upstroke, it's coming out in the way, like that. So that's something you can experiment with, but the main thing to do is make sure it sounds good. So just 1, 2, 3, 4, change. 1, 2, 3, 4, change. 1, 2, 3, 4, change. So if you find yourself trying to concentrate on this whole pick slant stuff and you know how you're getting away from the strings, excuse me. Apparently I need a cough drop. Yeah, if you start obsessing about the pick slant and all that, there's a good chance, like it's happened to so many people, you just get the analysis paralysis because you just start worrying about, oh, where the hell's my hand? How am I holding the pick and all this stuff? Some people, it's very helpful to know about the whole slant thing and how you're going in between or getting stuck in the strings and getting unstuck. I never learned that until many years after I was already playing fast. And then the guy who popularized pick slanting basically analyzed how I played and said, like, actually, you're doing this thing and you're doing that thing. And it's just metronome practice and making sure everything sounded good as I gradually kept increasing the speed. I just continued to make tiny adjustments to how I was playing in order to make it happen or make it sound good, like just little arm adjustments, hand adjustments. But I wasn't thinking about actually how the pick was going in between the strings or out of the strings. Just playing it. But here it is at the 140 goal. There we go. All right. Any questions come up, let me know. And I will see you again next week.